Hi everybody, welcome back to BebossTV. Today we're going to discuss the hottest controversies that took the whole K-pop fandom by storm last week. Make sure to watch until the end to get to know how big can netizens' bitterness towards a female idol can be. Well, who would have expected that an act once considered to be the ultimate girl group consisting of the finest members from various girl groups under SM Entertainment now seems to be heading towards disbandment. So recently, Got the Beat held a fan sign event with fans and things were all fun and games until at the end of the event, Taeyeon made everyone frozen by announcing a shocking yet confusing statement. So the first and last fan sign of Got the Beat has ended. Needless to say, this statement soon stirred up all the online forums and led to many speculations that the girl group may be disbanding. The ridiculous thing is the number of people who are happy about this, and hope Got the Beat would soon disappear as many times more than those who are regretful for the girls. The reason for this is partly due to the underwhelming performance of the group's latest music release. Specifically, their comeback track, Stamp on It, only garnered close to 20,000 album pre-orders on K4 Town. This is a very low number for a group from SM. Compared to other recent female groups, this number can be considered disappointing. At this point, fans are demanding the Supergirl group disband because this project has a bad effect on the members. To be honest, besides Boa, the rest of the members are struggling with constantly being rescheduled as well as the lack of personal activities and group comebacks. It seems like Got the Beat was created just for the sake of promoting aespa and milking SNSD residual reputation, but that backfired real hard on all the members involved. The fact that SM created a new group based on extremely familiar faces caused netizens not to have the same excitement and expectations as a group with completely new members who have much more for them to discover. Not only that, Got the Beat's concept is also said to be nothing special, because it is similar to many other girl groups with girl crush style like Blackpink or G-Idol. Their music is also said to be too hard to listen to, and their boring MVs are the clearest proof of SM's sloppy work. To be specific, a netizen commented on the group's Stamp on It MV saying, "The music is just a bunch of cuckoo sounds. Makes me have to go check if the electric rice cooker is done cooking." Some even suspect that the debut of Got the Beat is just a result of Boa persuading SM to create a group so that she can reappear as an idol again. Considering the way Boa takes up a lot of screen time in the group's MVs, many believe this suspicion is valid. However, that's also quite absurd when Boa is a senior in the company, and in Korea, the number of people who knows about her is equal to all the other members as fans combined. So she doesn't need a group to boost her reputation. Perhaps Boa was just too excited to challenge herself after nearly 20 years of solo debut. On the other hand, some netizens suspected there was a conflict between Taeyeon and Boa, leading Taeyeon making such a negative statement since she didn't want to work in the same group as Boa anymore, as evidenced by the fact that the two girls are no longer following each other on Instagram, even though they did before. Aside from those possible reasons leading to the group's precariousness, there is one more thing contributing to that: the huge age gap among the members. Yep, maybe if Got the Beat changed their lineup and narrowed the age gap among the girls, things would be much better. It could be seen that the oldest in the group was born in 1986 and the youngest was 2001, and they might have always interacted with each other like aunts and nieces. Even if Boa and Taeyeon don't act condescending towards the younger members, with such a big age gap, it's hard for them to get along, not to mention Boa and Taeyeon look super far-fetched with the rest of the members due to their much more mature appearances. Yet, even if Got the Beat disbands or continues promoting, hope the girls don't get too upset and have better new plans in the future. By the way, have you noticed lately that SM and Isoman have been having problems? There's even a rumor that he is betraying his own company. Confused? Let me explain to you in the most understandable way. A few days ago, Isoman broke his arm in the US, but instead of staying for treatment, he immediately went back to South Korea. It turns out he was in a rush to sell 14.8% of SM's shares to Hybe, making Hybe the largest shareholder of the company. Previously, Isoman owned 18.46% of SM shares and was the company's most powerful shareholder. Everyone, including Kakao and two CEOs CEOs of SM, Lee Sung-soo and Tak Young-jun, were shocked by this unexpected move of Lee So-man. Currently, the fact that Lee So-man is selling shares to Hybe, a company that has been always considered a rival of SM Entertainment, has caused a stir among the public as they are continuously speculating the reason behind Lee So-man's decision. Since the beginning of February this year, there have been disputes between Lee So-man and the leaders of SM Entertainment. Things started when the current CEOs of SM Entertainment, Lee Sung-soo, Lee So-man's nephew, and Tak Young-jun announced the SM 3.0 restructuring project. However, this campaign referred to cutting ties with Lee So-man in the role of producer. The situation escalated when Kakao acquired 9.5% of SM Entertainment's shares, becoming the second largest shareholder of the company, making Lee So-man fly back all the way to South Korea from US immediately to handle this. According to Lee So-man, this was an illegal transaction as the agreement of the largest shareholder of SM Entertainment himself was not obtained. That's why Lee So-man felt betrayed, leading to his retaliation action of selling shares to Hybe. So groups like aespa, NCT, LE SSERAFIM, and New Jeans will be under the same roof? Yep, that's right. Hybe is really getting bigger and bigger. You see, they just acquired Pledis Entertainment and now they even swallowed SM, a company that has always been considered a giant who laid the foundation for the K-pop industry. You must be wondering about the reaction of SM artists to this, right? SM's board of directors confirmed that all SM staff and artists did not see eye to eye with Lee So-man. And they were really shocked because once they belong to Hybe, chances are their direction and style will change significantly. Thus, some said that SM should have belonged to Kakao and Lee So-man should have been ousted because in fact, he has always been funneling SM's profits out to support his private company. Well, there is a fact that SM's downfall is not just a recent occurrence. Many have noticed that the company has been gradually declining since last year, and the not-so-good performance of Got the Beat, the spare comebacks of aespa, and especially the alleged rigging of NCT 127 and NCT Dream's award shows are clear evidence that the company was not doing well at all. Now, let's move on to another headache-inducing issue, which is Hyuna and her recent Instagram picture. At first, it seems like there's nothing serious when this is just one of the countless pictures of idols posted on social media. But soon after that, a netizen brought up the photo on Pan for people to discuss. And while very few praised Hyuna for being freaking hip and bold, the rest all agreed that the female idol really has problems and needs to reconsider herself. In the comment section, many people could not hide their shock when seeing Hyuna's picture and asked in confusion, why is she randomly swearing at us? Is the f you finger the trend among idols nowadays when they take pictures? Do you guys really like this? For them, it was so insensitive and even rude of Hyuna to take a picture with her middle finger raising right in front of the viewer's face like that. Someone may be browsing on Instagram the other day and suddenly get their mood ruined witnessing this photo. It can be said that Hyuna is one of the few female idols who always accompanies a rather weird and quirky image. But this time, it seems that she has gone a bit too far, causing some fans to admit that they cannot recognize their Hyuna anymore and wonder what is wrong with a female idol. Some even claim that Hyuna is pathetically trying to be another version of Harley Quinn. Yet this has no benefit and even gets her tons of hatred as well as slut-shaming comments. Not only that, a netizen even questioned if being a weirdo is really Hyuna's trick to keep herself relevant in the context of hundreds of new rookies taking all her spotlight. On the other hand, many others instead worry about her mental health. Seems like after the controversy of breaking up and then reuniting with Dawn, Hyuna has changed quite a lot. You can see that in previous photos of Hyuna, although there's still a very bold and free vibe in each of her stylings, none of them look as rebellious and shocking as this one. This major change in her appearance and style is most likely the result of psychological problems that Hyuna has suffered for a long time, surrounded by many rumors about her problematic relationship. So that's all for today's discussion. What do you think is the main reason for Got the Beat being on the verge of disbandment? Will SM Entertainment still exist in the future? And why do you think so many people hate Hyuna's photo? Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos like this. Check out this playlist of BebossTV's most intriguing videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care!